teacher?
No.
Well, she's a vet teacher at Miami Central.
Okay, say no more.
It was trending. I woke up this morning. It was trending
Sure.
all over social media. So, guys, we are live behind the scenes. We're officially just jumping on. We have Sharp Productions in here. That's over our new media sponsor. And, of course, y'all see who I got in the biddy. This is internet sensation, Mr. Six Rings himself, Mr. Dennis Brown II.
And you know that.
Yes. So I know I'm used to coming on in with my theme song, but right now we having a minor technical difficulties, but it's all good. The mics is working. We are live on strongarmradio.com. So for those of you all who are looking at us via Facebook, get to see the eye candy that's here in the studio. Go ahead and catch that eye drop. You know what I'm saying? He be dripping everywhere you go. dripping. And those of you all who are listening in, we thank you for listening in live on strongarmradio.com. Oh man, so we gonna get into it.
Let's get into it. What we waiting for?
So first of all, we gotta play catch up, okay?
Yeah, let's do it.
I haven't seen you since my birthday last year, and Scorpio season is over. We in Capricorn season, going towards Aquarius season.
Oh yeah.
We got the next.
Hey, you know what I mean, right? If you ain't seen me since your birthday, you know I've been busy.
Yeah, you
I've been
stay
out here in
busy.
these streets hustling, you know. So I've been busy. It's a good thing.
Well-
It's a good reason I missed your birthday. But you know what? I got something for you about it.
All right. You give great gifts when you come and celebrate. Being that you always on the move and you look a little skinny, they always say don't feed the models. I know when I go on set, I'm still a curvy girl. We eat on set, so you looking extra lean. What is going on with you?
It's 2020. You know, we got new looks, new vibes, new money, new energy.
Well, you
know,
keep
so-
new money.
So it is what it is. You know, the pockets stay fat, but you know, my body leaning up. You know, I can't gain too much weight.
Okay. Definitely. I'm trying to see where to get in, where I fit. And all the ladies, look, I even see, I ain't gonna throw no shots because on Facebook, I'm seeing the ladies coming on in. Guys, if y'all coming on in, you know what I need you to do? I need you to do two things for me. I need you to go and flood those hearts. So I found out the more hearts, and I've been slipping on telling y'all that, the algorithms, okay? We got folks watching us from South Africa, Chicago, New York, Atlanta, LA. We even got folks Australia. So since I said Australia, I want to send some positive energy to Australia that we may send the rain out there to quench that fire that is burning over there. So definitely positive vibes. I went to a Reiki session this past Friday, and they're doing every day at the 2:00 hour. People are taking a moment of silent meditation and to meditate of rain saturating Australia. So guys, if you all in the middle of the day you catch yourself, it's 2:00, if you need a moment from work and take a chill for the pill, take your time and use it effectively, and let's send nothing but love and positive energy over in Australia.
I'm taking a moment now. I'm sending all my positive.
We're gonna do that right now. All right. We don't need too much dead space on because we're live on broadcasting. What's over, guys? I just definitely want to put that out there. So, back to Mr. Six Rings. And the reason why I'm going here, okay. So, I'm in a mentoring group with women over the country who are waiting to get that ring, the proposal, and or to set the wedding date. So women, I mean, anytime a woman, I'm saying after 25, closer to 30 she is, the more obsessed she is when she's going to get the ring and walk down the aisle. What was that like for you? Because I saw the whole thing, and like many women were in their fields. Not because the fact that you asked somebody, but sis got 6 ring choices. What was that like for you?
Well, you know, first of all, I got to give a shout out to Kia. She's the owner of Theme It. She's the one that actually put that idea together, and I definitely gotta thank her for all that. But
Davi.
Yeah.
Girl, somebody at the door for you.
Who had it over me?
Somebody at the door for you.
What? Listen, y'all. Y'all
Congratulations!
Wait, you see they be surprising me. Listen, wait. Wait, they got the right colors on the cake. Oh. I will not cry. I don't got no waterproof mascara, considering that my celebrity makeup artist just walked up in the video.
Are they getting the cake though? Is the live getting the cake?
Y'all,
there we go. See that?
Y'all know what colors.
Y'all see that?
Y'all know these beautiful colors, right? It may not be salmon pink and apple, green apple. But definitely. So the congratulations.
It's close.
I'm actually gonna oh, this is even better. This is just beautiful. I guess congratulations. I can go ahead and let the cat out the bag. Y'all remember last week when I left late night with Davi like dumb early, and I said I got homework to do. It is official as of yesterday. I am a licensed real estate sales associate.
Yes.
So for all the people who was in their feelings that I had to turn down your speaking engagements, hobnobbing. Hey, thank you, love. Hobnobbing and going to y'all even got some crushed grapes. Yeah, some crushed grapes. Thank you, Booski. Really, that's how you feel?
Yeah, that's how
Wait,
I
and
feel.
sis got a bag. Wait a minute. We got a bag. Wait, y'all.
Bag.
Y'all see the bag? I can open the bag.
Open the bag. Open
All
the
right,
bag.
y'all. So, y'all, we are live. Those of y'all who are listening, by Strong Arm Radio. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold. No, you didn't.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Yes, she did.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Oh, she surely did.
Listen.
She did. She did. She did.
Listen.
Open it up.
Hold up. Hold up. Say, who you with?
Hey.
I look like I got some steak onions in here. Hold on. Wait a
No, I had to
minute.
fluff it up, fluff it
My
up,
baby got
bring it
some stank onions in here. Hold on. Ooh. These are pretty. We got a little razzle dazzle. Okay. We got some footwear. Oh, this is some stank onions. Wait a minute.
She ready for the runway.
Yes, actually I do got.
Wait, you gotta take that white out
Oh,
so
yes.
they can get
Okay,
the back
so-
to the shoe.
Wait a minute. So they wanna.
Get the little paste.
Y'all they put me to work. Y'all listen. This little razzle dazzle, and I'm trying to think me of a nice little.
See,
Wait, y'all want me to. Wait, see now y'all trying
and
to get
it
a
match
little
your dress.
Hold on, y'all trying to get a little thigh action.
Yeah.
Now I gotta be all sexy
Okay.
with it, you know what I'm saying?
You know,
Wait, hold on. Y'all, we is cutting up, y'all. Hold on, wait, y'all. Thank God I got that fresh pepper.
Okay,
on.
fresh
These guys got
Let me
fetishes
get
and
one from it,
everything.
just like that. Just like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
One.
Oh, perfect.
So y'all know when I was living in
One
Atlanta,
more.
I actually did. Hold on, y'all.
Two.
I actually did foot modeling.
Thank you.
And I remember Mike at the time was in his feelings. What you doing foot modeling? You know those fetishes. I had no clue
Oh, yeah.
about people with feet fetishes, but it got real in the modeling streets, and I got paid good money, but I had to switch. I had to switch gears. Hold on. I'm trying to put my shoes on sexy, y'all, and be on the radio. You know this thing.
Yes.
Ooh, honey, wait a minute. Hold on.
It's just glistening off.
Wait. I gotta do like how Martin had Gina with them red pumps. Y'all remember that? Gina. Put them red pumps on, Gina. These things sassy, y'all.
Oh, my girl. And you got the right dress on.
Hold
Okay.
on.
What with
Girl,
the
wait a
diamonds in
minute.
the front?
So y'all
to
know,
go with your
before we
hair.
leave the studio, then I meant to take a picture of these things. Give y'all some footwork. Girl, these things sexy. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying not to give nobody no front shots. I don't need y'all trying to see my goods, you know.
Footwork, Davi.
Be back up real
They go
quick.
Barry White.
Woo, doing footwork.
They go to Barry White.
Okay.
Oh, y'all. Say,
Yes. Yes.
Look for the camera.
Yes.
for the camera.
Shoe camera.
Shoe cam.
One more.
Yes.
You got it?
Oh, we showed
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Man, y'all showing out. Last week, wait, what that was? Heard nothing they brought?
No,
That
All
was-
right.
The keys on here.
That was
Okay.
my key, yo.
That
Well,
was
y'all done brought sandwiches.
Yeah.
Y'all got some pastelitos. Listen. All right, one
I
time.
miss those pastelitos.
One time.
We sell pastelitos every morning at Central back in 05.
So we gonna get into Miami Central times. Oh, I see some other Miami Central alumni who I'm near and dear with on here. Other fellow models come checking in. Y'all, I need y'all to hit them hearts and hit them share. Y'all seeing me in rare form tonight. Y'all seeing me in silly off air Davi, but it's all good because y'all know I keeps it real in these streets. Oh man, y'all done messed me up. We finna have a whole little crush grade. Crush grade.
I'm about to pull out my phone and throw it in the
Yes.
media.
Surprise, surprise. Oh, man. Yo, shout out to my team. Thank you to Our Live Entertainment. Thank you to Christina Neptune Makeup Artistry. She is more than my celebrity makeup artist. She really do celebrities, y'all. Y'all call me the local celebrity, but I take all that. Waiting on the coins to catch up with that title. But I thank you all for anchoring me and supporting me.
For sure.
And also, it ain't just about me. My girl, who's already a licensed esthetician and makeup artist, but she completed her first round of cosmetology accreditation. She might get her license, Miss Christina, with the Avita Institute, and we were there celebrating her on Saturday, and she gets it in. So it is all about supporting those who support you. You know what I'm saying, y'all? It ain't no more fake friends, y'all. Y'all need to keep people out your circle who ain't clapping for you, who not helping you build, and you not doing it. It's reciprocal. Yes. It gotta go both ways. I'm over that season. Right. I'm not lifting you and supporting you, and then I ask you to come out. You can't be there. Right. And if you can't be there, sow a seed. Bless somebody else to be in the room. How about that? Y'all better stop that fake pumping. I can't do it. That season is over.
Say it again for the people in the back. Do it louder.
That season is over, okay? It's a new year. All right, so back to my Coach D. Coach D, I was just talking about our Proverbs 31 wife mentoring class, and those of us who need a ring, waiting on the ring, ready to set the dates, and a lot of her mentees are actually engaged and getting married. So I guess I gotta just wait to see what the Lord gonna do. But so Dennis, back to you and them 6 rings, cause I ain't gonna lie, I was like, I clutched my pearls that night because internet went crazy. I said, wait, I was like, sis, I seen 2 rings. I was like, yes, but I would say yes to all 6. You feel what I'm saying?
Of course.
So what was that like? Because you became an instant internet sensation.
Yeah, that was. I can't even explain in words how that felt, and as it was happening, I didn't know the magnitude of what it would become today. I mean, they showed that in 2018, 2019. They still showing it today, 2020. So, I think as the time grows, technology grows and everything grows. So everything steps up. So it's just another bar that's been lifted, and another thing, it just sheds light on the women relationships, and that's the biggest thing for me. Is we need to get back into love, the relationships, and doing the right things for the person that you love, and going that extra mile and doing those things, because a lot today everybody's talking about divorce and talking about this. We need to get back into just relationship, doing things together, men and women, or whoever likes who, and I think that was the conversation around it, is showing the love, showing the extra mile that we can go for the ones that we do love and appreciate.
Well, see, knowing a little bit of drip drop, I like to say that when it comes to you, your parents have a very healthy, strong marriage, and they've been married for what? How many years? Almost 30, 40 years?
Almost 30 years. I think we're 24 now, 24, 25 years. So, I grew up in a household where it's 2 parents, mom and dad, and I expect the same. So I don't expect anything less. So, that lucky woman I get to marry or go to the altar, stuck with me forever.
All right, you hear that? Forever.
Forever.
So that means you're going to be intentional and do the work. That's one thing about marriage. I don't know why most people have this microwave idea, or let me tell you what I've learned over the time doing my work and even being with Coach D and some of the things. I want to say this, and this is a Davi thing. Disney messed us up.
Oh.
Okay? Messed us up because, we have these fairy tale like expectations because of Disney for girls, and I'm even going to add this more to the caveat. Okay. My white counterparts, my white girlfriends, their society set up for them to meet their Prince Charming. Okay? The society, there is no systems oppressing them into be able to do what they need to do to provide on all spectrums. But when you look at the dynamic of black men and black women, we have so many different things that is blockage that keep us from the full development. Some black men, can't have the jobs. They got felonies. They've been arrested by the prison pipeline system. It's so many isms, many different various variables that affect the totality of the black woman, the black man, the black family. So we have to go through a lot of challenges. And if people aren't equipped to know they have resources, they don't know how to work through those challenges to be able to create healthy relationships.
I can agree to an extent.
I see you shaking hands. So speak your piece. So where do you deviate from what I just said in reference to that?
Not to go too deep into it, but just to kind of touch the surface. I mean, obviously, I agree on a lot of points that you made, right? However, when I look at different communities, and I'm only talking from, a perspective of what I see and what I grew up in and now today, is that a lot of different cultures, they tend to come together. And when I say come together, I remember when I grew up on my block, it was majority blacks. Now that I've moved away from home, my parents still stay where they stay at. Now it's majority the Latino, the Hispanic community, right? And one thing about them is that there's about 4 different families in there, right? So when you talk about, the black community being held back, is that we don't understand how to really come together and understand that things are temporary, I would love to stay with, a group of families or, 2 other families and kind of, grow together, right? And then we can all break, but we don't understand that, coming together is temporary. We think that coming together to actually, better ourselves, better our situations, we feel as though that's not something that's not ethically right in our black community. And I think that's why sometimes we can't get to where we need to get to, because we like to do everything individually.
And that wasn't our construct. So let me take it back even a little bit historically. So when you look at history, the way I look at history, through the lens of looking at black culture in America, once we had the War on Poverty by Lyndon B. Johnson, one institution of governmental support, when you add in the food stamps, when you add in the Medicaid, and you add in when you take the black man out of the home, that was the prerequisite in order for you to get aid, to get care. You pull the black man out of the home, and then you place them on the corner. That's when we start seeing that. And during that time, grandma and them no longer also left the household dynamic. So we once had we had multi-generations living up under one roof. We had that same village construct in the black community prior to desegregation. And a lot of things happened after that moment in American history when we dismantled the family in itself in order to provide governmental assistance.
So how do we get that back, Davi?
We got to work together, understand that a family that stays together, that combines your resources together, is going to make you stronger.
Correct.
So that's why our Latinos and our Asians and our other immigrants who come in, they got to live in together to stack their coin, right?
Correct.
So we're going to save here. We're going to buy this 4-bedroom home. Your family in that room, your family in that room. We come together in this common area. We're going to make sure that we save the money back. Their kids go to the best schools. They put them in the private schools. Then they find access to grants. They be able to start a business. So because they're immigrants, they come in. They add a little advantage by getting grants assistance to start business.
Correct.
So again, when you look at it from the spectrum of what is accessible to blacks versus other non-black immigrants that come into this country, they're still at a better advantage than black folks in America. And that is strategic and it's systemic, and that's already been set up for about 400 years now. So we know better, we can do better, and we need to go back into group economics and understand when we forge our money, buy up our own blocks.
Correct. Well,
we won't have no problem. Yeah. So shout out to, I see the city of Miami Gardens is doing that. You see black businesses buying up blocks and communities, but we need to do more of it. Same thing. Well, I can't say Overtown as much because Overtown is definitely getting lighter and lighter and wider by each negotiation real estate deal, and that's why I am getting in the industry on the other side, and that's why I became a licensed real estate agent, so we can get some investors in and buy up the block like a boy Nipsey Hussle admonished us to do before he transitioned.
But when we buy up the block, we got to make sure we take care of our people, though.
Exactly. That's why I said group economics. We got to put that money back. Exactly. And stop killing each other.
Debt. That's what's killing us.
The debt?
The debt.
Wow.
We put ourselves in debt so much, man. It's hurting the black community. It doesn't matter if you go buy up the block. You can go buy the block and make everybody spend money. You gotta put money back in the community.
So I heard somewhere recently that debt is the new slavery. Like I heard somebody say that debt is the new slavery.
It is.
By the way it's set up, because you are a slave to the debt.
Correct.
You are a slave to the greed and to the material.
Can't never get ahead.
Man, but we're going to change that. So all out to the financial advisors. I've been getting a lot into investment and financial literacy. Like no longer can you not know this information. So shout out to that. where was I going with that? Like we just kind of went somewhere with that. So
that's how I like it though.
You like?
I like it like that when it just kind of goes and it flows, you know. So.
We was talking about your parents. That's what it is.
Uh-huh.
All right. So now with that, Mr. Six Rings, in those conversations, so I saw the ladies going off, right? Oh my God. What was the fella saying? Because I seen some fellas like, man, he flogging. Don't read me. Like, I seen some shade. I seen a lot of trolls from the brothers. How did that make you feel to see the brothers trolling and really not look at the messaging and really the celebration of love and showering his future bride with 6 different options on the ring?
Well, it was pretty exciting to see. The conversation around it was really good. I did see some guys say about, oh, nah, man, you're doing too much, you're doing this, you set the bar too high, whatever the case may be. But, it was some guys out there that actually, kind of took that and was like, man, look, I want to do something for my lady.
Right.
And that's all I focused on. I only focused on the positivity, I only focused on the people who actually wanted to do something better or just do something in a sense where, hey, I want to do something because my girl deserves that. I actually wanted to do like a barbershop talk. I was trying to do it, may get back into it. And just kind of invite the guys over to barbershop talk, get some drinks in, and just see what the guys really got to say, because it was a lot of Twitter fingers out there, but I really want to see what they got to say.
Twitter fingers. Oh, man. But you know what's so funny, the whole concept? It's so funny that when we actually had a meeting on the mastermind.
Really?
And me and you, before that whole thing, I told you, sure, had the big photo shoot that I wanted to do, the storytelling of love, and then for that to happen.
We was on the phone at the day before, actually, right before
I hit you up, right, but I didn't know. But remember, I told you. So what y'all didn't know, I was trying to, I had a vision of doing a photo shoot that celebrate just different images of storybook, love fairy, and love looks in different ways. And I wanted him to be one of my hot play husband models, right? So I was gonna have a black one, a Latin one, a white one, just different colors, just different looks, whatever floats your boat. I was gonna have like just different stories. And so when the 6 Rings Day came out, I was like, dang dog. Dang, dog. Like, real, that's how you do? Like, we can't even do it. We got to scratch the whole thing. So I was in my feelings, but after that, I actually did the plus-size bridal beauty expo.
You did?
Yeah.
I remember that.
And so it was just on the vein of the fact that I was all in your spirit, didn't even know.
Mm-hmm.
So you just never know that how you can sow a seed and how that seed manifested. I was thinking it was for me, but really it was the preempt. It was like the foreshadow of what was going on, but what was going to happen with you.
It just happened, just boom.
Took my whole idea. I mean, even to y'all, I was in my feelings.
We gotta bring that back though. We gotta run that back.
We gotta run it.
We gotta run it back.
We gotta run it back.
We gotta run it back.
All right, we gotta run it back. All right, so with that, after that, Mr. 6 Rings, I've been seeing you just like glisten all over the world. You around here in like snow ATVs. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Snowmobiles. Then I'm seeing you with your shirt off, jumping off cliffs in beautiful, the most bluest water I've ever seen. And
Hawaii.
I traveled. I was Hawaii.
Yeah.
Oh, high. And you just been everywhere, just dripping and just dripping. I told y'all you just been dripping.
Yeah. First of all, I just gotta give thanks to God, man.
Amen.
And, allow me to live the lifestyle that I live and I like to live. And yeah, I'm one of those guys, man. I just like to go.
Okay.
If I got the money, I'm gone. One thing you can't get back is time and these memories. So money I can always make. That's not a thing for me. Money follows me. I follow money. And I'm actually going on another ski trip. I'm going to Canada in about 21 days.
You going to that black ski?
Oh, of course not. Not that one. I'm going over to Vancouver.
Oh.
Vancouver, yeah. We're going to Whistler, Connecticut. And I think
Whistler, Connecticut?
Yeah, not Connecticut. I'm sorry, Canada. Whistler, Canada. And be out there for about 5 days. Hit the slopes. And because I found new love. I mean, I like snow, but I only can deal with it at certain times,
You must have knew I was going to ask you, because I was like, you a Florida boy.
With it. I know, right? I can deal with it in doses. So I'll be there for about 5 days, hit the tubing, snowmobile, do some skiing, snowboarding, and then probably do a little hiking too, because, mountains and stuff like that. So.
I know, I couldn't. I've hiked before, but that snow, I did a 16-day excursion with Outbound Experience.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. I know I'm prissy and I'm girly girl.
But you got it in.
But I got it in. You can check that out in my book that drops March 14th. So you can get more of that information in the book. You got to read the book. Oh, yeah, it's coming. Oh, man. So, that cold, I'm not about that cold.
No, I hear you. I'm not about it either. I'm not about it either. But, for a good time, I'll deal with it for a little bit. But, traveling is my thing. So, I've been out of the country plenty of times, but I'm waiting to get over to the Europe. So you know, I guess once I get married,
Okay.
you know, that's why I want to like make my babies over there.
You want to make your.
I want to make my.
You might make your baby on the honeymoon. Okay.
I want to make my babies over there, so I'm gonna hold off on that because I have plenty of time to go to Dubai, London.
Mhm.
You know, actually, you know, have plenty of opportunities to do that. But I want to take my special lady over there.
All right. You know what? I've been always wondering. Knowing that you do have, I teased about you being extra skinny, extra lean.
Mm-hmm.
You have a strong athletic background.
Correct.
What was it like for you growing up in Miami?
Well, it's a very vague question, but
I'm vague for a reason.
I know, and I'm gonna give it to you. So in Miami, it was, you know, I grew up off of 80th and 10th, right?
Okay.
80th and 23rd. I used to go to Arcola Park, the big park, the small park. I went to Arcola Elementary. So Robin Hood grew up. That's why I grew up at. So growing up in Miami, it forced you to, and you know, for you to make a name, you got to fight.
I
You
know.
know what I'm saying? You got to be into sports.
Mm-hmm.
So it was basically, you know, grew up tough mentality, tough skin, and basically being able to get through anything. I people from my era growing up, or who I know, are some of the toughest people in the world. You know.
Facts.
You know, so it made me who I am today, and I'm not scared of anything. And I appreciate Miami. I appreciate the hood. I appreciate, you know, the people around me who made me who I am today. Because I don't back down for nothing. Whatever I want to go get, I go get it.
Yeah, I know. I see it. That's what I said. I see you just dripping everywhere. Man, that Miami, I love you, boo. That Miami life, that Miami grit, I call it the tropical jungle.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Because it is a hard life. It's beautiful when you're on the other side of the bridge, for those of you all who are into the tourism of Miami. But when you go on the other side of the bridge, that's when life gets real.
Life get real.
Yeah, you hear it in our hip hop. You even see it in our art. How it gets down, how it goes down in these Miami streets.
Oh yeah. You gotta know how to move out here, and that's one thing about me. I knew how to move since a youngin. You know, got into a couple of situations at an early age, and I learned from my mistakes. So, you know, I love Miami. I will never change it. I don't think, you know, I got property here, so I ain't never leaving. I ain't never leaving. I love my city. I may go here, there, move for a couple months, but I'm back always.
So, how did you make that switch from corporate America to like being a heartthrob? Like basically you're like a sex symbol. I'm just keeping it out there because you are a fit model, and so your body is just all over the internet.
I don't show too much, but I'm probably start showing a little bit more. You know,
I done seen your Instagram feed. Don't even sit there and be coy.
I'm gonna show a little bit more. 2020 got a lot of things coming this year. So
listen.
Like what you know, I'm like Mama Bear.
I can't show the front side.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I can't show the front side because that's too much.
I know that DM be on disrespectful. Like, listen, I've seen with your stories. Listen, you cannot come on here. Listen, I know that DM be on disrespect. That's just all I got to say.
Little bit. But you know, it is what it is.
The ladies love you, and sometimes you may see some other, things going on.
I love the ladies too. I love the ladies too. They're my biggest fans. I love the ladies, and I appreciate y'all. Everybody that's tuning in or has tuned in, me, sent me a message, sent me kisses, all that. I love y'all.
Y'all heard that, ladies. Dennis Brown II. Love you, ladies.
I love y'all. I really do.
So with that, I've also seen you were doing like little spoof videos. The drip, that's what I said, the drip, that you don't want to put that song in my head with Plies. And I just seen you like do little things. So like, what's up with that? Like, I haven't seen you doing any spoofs or any like doing little dances and engaging your audience on social media.
Yeah, it's more so me letting the people know a little bit, about my personality, because I think a lot of people don't get a chance to really see me on a daily basis. So I just want to open up a little bit more on the Instagram, on the Facebook, on social media, period. Just because I feel like, I have a really, really positive energy about myself. And I noticed that, and that's one of my talents, just walk in a room and everybody just get a chance to feel that vibe. And I just want people to feel that vibe. I'm a very positive guy, and I just want people to see, different sides of me, because I'm pretty versatile. So.
All right, but I wanted to say you like a whole fool for real. I'm trying to move that so people can get a look at your face. You are a whole fool. Like, I did not know. Like, because I've always seen you as this real, like, you're a fly guy. You have a presence about you. I've seen you. You're very business oriented.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So seeing the different spirits, even like what I love about you and I when we're on set, we are very professional.
Very professional.
So when I saw that, I was like, wait, I did not know. Wait, you do what? You know, you could spit a rhyme. Like I was blown away. I was definitely. I thought that was real funny.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's me, and I wanna let people know about who I am. I'm just a really cool guy. So y'all gotta get a chance to know me, and I'm gonna open up a lot more 2020 on my Instagram and my Facebook. So y'all make sure y'all tune in and make sure y'all follow.
Well, drop the deets because I haven't dropped it yet. So go ahead and let the folks who are listening live on StrongArmRadio.com tell them how they can follow you, and those lovely ladies and gentlemen, those who may want to kind of see what you got going on, to see them 6 rings so they can see how they need to level up when they go and propose. Let them know how they can find you.
Oh yeah, y'all definitely can find me. It's my first name, my last name, which is Dennis Brown, which is DENNISBROWN, 2 So that's Dennis Brown II. And that's on Instagram. Facebook, it's Dennis Brown with 2 capital I's. And you can find me there. And Twitter is Dennis Brown with 2 capital I's. Dennis Brown, first and last. That's who I am.
All right. You say they're going to know your name today and tomorrow, okay?
Of course. Dennis Brown going to be ringing. Believe that.
Believe that. It's still ringing. Speaking of ringing, we rung us together in the crew for the... Was it the first annual Sister Have Your Back Golden Ball?
Of course.
When we co-hosted.
Yes.
Your first time getting your break at hosting.
Very first time hosting. And I appreciate you, Davi, because Davi, I was so nervous, girl.
You're welcome.
Davi, I was so nervous, but hey, look, you brought me through it, so I appreciate that. And ever since then, we've been a great team. We've been a great team, great duo.
Great.
That wasn't the first one we did.
No, well, we're hosting.
We did another one, too.
Maybe we've been getting this work, though. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great synergy. Like I said, you are very professional. I dig it. And I just bid you the best. I've been watching you, and I'm just expecting even bigger and bigger things from you.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm a little upset right now, okay? I'm a little strong arm drop right now. Or my little little late night with Davi, little, theme song coming in. Shout out to Byron Holton, Sr. So what I'm going to do is, I guess at this time, guys, I want to let you all know we have a sponsor giveaway tonight from the Miramar Cultural Arts Center. They have a host of family events that's going on. I actually want to check out, before I talk about these giveaways, I want to check out Umoja. I know it was one of my sister's favorite traveling productions, Umoja, when it's the African dance and African culture, which is a principle of Kwanzaa. But the dance, it is phenomenal. It's international, and I'm going to have to check it out because my sister loved that production, Umoja. But for what we're going to be giving out is two lucky winners. All I'm going to need y'all to do is the first 2 people that slide into my inbox or to my DM, because we slide in the DM tonight because we got Mr. Dennis Brown II on the show. You will get 2 tickets to attend the Drumline HBCU High School Drumline. Now, we're in the South. It's all about the Drumline. Now, I know y'all boys will be out there on that field.
I remember when that Drumline came out.
But when that, especially Mommy Central Band and Mommy Northwestern Band,
listen. You already know.
It goes down. Y'all know people come for the band. I'm sorry, y'all.
Of course.
I know y'all think it's for y'all.
I come for the band now, too, because it goes down.
It goes
I play ball, but I come for the band now.
See? Yeah, so they're having a battle of the bands, and I'm pretty sure, like I said, your Miami Northwestern, your Miami Central, your Booker T. Washington, your Jackson Generals, your Carroll City Chiefs. You may have your Miramar Patriots, American Patriots. What you said, Boogie?
Say it again.
Okay, Battle of the Bands one time for the Miramar Cultural Arts Center. I was told I got to do it again, so we're doing for the replay. So this giveaway is really going to bless anybody. Like I said, you got to slide into that inbox. The 2 first people, that's the way we're going to do it, whether it's on Davi Speaks on Instagram or it's here on Late Night with Davi on the show, even if it's my personal one. Whoever slides in any one of those the first 2 people, you're going to get it so you and a guest can attend the Battle of the Bands. It's going down this Friday. And they're even going to have an HBCU tailgate. And they're highlighting Divine 9. So, what time it is?
About 11:40.
So in about 20 minutes, do not be alarmed when you see the array colors of pink and green hit your timelines from Facebook to Instagram, even to Twitter, because it is J15. It is the Founders Day for the women of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. And so we are celebrating 112 years of exemplary service of cultivating collegiate age women, ensuring that collegiate women and girls can have access to a better society of interpersonal development. And we've been doing this since Howard University, since January 15, 1908. And it's about to get it in, okay? And so with that, they're going to have an HBCU Greek Divine Nine. Monday, it was those women of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. It was their Founders Day. Thursday, the women of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. We're going to be celebrating their Founders Day. Last week, which we're going to get into, guys, we had two fraternities. We had those brothers of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity was their Founders Day, and those brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated had their Founders Day. So this is around the time, this is around the time of Martin Luther King's birthday. I just figured out that's just the way I looked at it. Around the time when we celebrate, I don't know, it just ended up that way. That we would celebrate that he wasn't even thought of at that time, but it's just good to know that we kick it off in January before February. A lot of the Divine Nines are celebrating the historical organizations launching at HBCUs, and Cornell is a institution, is a Ivy League institution. So it is our Ivy League, our Black excellence, where we celebrated the talented 10th, where going to school and getting your degrees was the only option for you to have success. I mean, for you to be able to have a life that you wanted, you had to get an education, because we know we was robbed of that right. So shout out to the HBCUs. It's going down Friday at the Miramar Art Cultural Arts Center. Again, 2 lucky winners, you and a guest, will be able to check it out at the Miramar Cultural Arts Center. We want to thank the Miramar Arts Cultural Arts Center for being a sponsor for tonight's giveaway. And I'm going to be in the biddy, so I'm going to be in there getting my... Oh, I see one of my Delta sisters. To my girl, Unique. Thank you for showing love, sis, supporting your sister in Greekdom. You know, it's all about the love. I see Omega Pearl was also a sweetheart organization. I was a Kappa sweetheart for 17 years. Now, people be looking like whatever, but when you're at HBCU, sometimes Greek organizations do be suspended and other organizations do be on the yard.
Well, I definitely got to give Norfolk State University a shout out.
HBCU.
HBCU, baby. That's where I graduated from.
Okay.
Norfolk State, that green and gold, behold.
That green and gold.
That green and gold, behold.
Well, you know, the baddest HBCU in South Florida, Florida Memorial University for undergrad. Then the Morehouse School of Religion at the ITC. 2-time degrees at HBCU. So shout it out, that part.
Okay.
All
right.
That maroon.
I felt the love.
That maroon and white. That blue and orange. Say orange. Me and Dave, we got that orange. You know, one time. For those who don't know how to say orange,
We got a new football team and everything right
yeah,
now.
listen, 22. Y'all, we got a new football team, so our band is about to be stupid.
Ooh.
So we coming for you. Those of you all who want to stay in Dade, made in Dade, stay in Dade, and go to school in Dade, Florida Memorial is an excellent option for you. Mm-hmm. How about that?
I dig it.
You dig it?
I dig it.
All right, so we're going to get into what's trending. Because we talk about being in Dade, and Miami-Dade County has been trending in social media and in the news.
That's what I hear.
Yeah, man. So we about to get it in. So I think the first one, you know what I want you to do? I want you to hit that first trending topic, being that the first to kick off the week was all about education, and I'm segueing from HBCUs and education. Yep, that one there.
Thousands of public school teachers, joined by other school staff, students, and education advocates, flooded Tallahassee on Monday, creating a sea of Red Ed t-shirts marched from the Donald L. Tucker Civic Center to the historic Old Capitol, posting signs all the while.
Protesting, boycotting.
Yeah.
So basically they were saying, what happened about the governor, Ron DeSantis, where he declared that the 2020, the legislative session, which officially begins on Tuesday, will be the year of the teacher. He unveiled a proposal to set a statewide minimum salary at $47,500. Listen, and creating a new homes program. It's about time. Wow. Hello, somebody. Like, for real. Because once they took away, it's about time to, I'm going to say this, I'm anti-bipartisan, so whatever I say does not hold any value to Strong Arm Radio. This is solely of Davi Speaks. Davika Williams, what I say is particularly me. I'm not paid. I'm not endorsed by any political affiliation. You know, you got to drop that because I ain't got the little person on this phone. So I'm letting you know that on here. it's about time that when we see that when we do have a Republican governor in the office, that education is coming back to the forefront. We've seen what the effects of taking money from education. We've seen years ago, I believe it was during Bush or even Clinton, don't quote me, they had the homeowners program for educators where they were being able to get a substantial amount to be able to afford a single family home.
Exactly.
You know, you working and you rob Peter to pay Paul, and as an educator, you're a professional. You're teaching other people to become other professions, and yet you living below the poverty line. That's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. So I want to shout out to them for raising the standard. And then I found out, I was listening, I think it was on one of the other radio shows, I want to name drop. Hold on, I see an educator on here. Fund Our Future. I was there. Thank you, Taz Angel. She is definitely on the school board. One of a giants that's fighting for the rights for educators for Miami-Dade County. Thank you for the work that you do with the school board, what you do. And she says, fund our future, because it's bad.
Yeah, that's actually the average of South Florida as far as annual salaries go. So they were definitely under the poverty line.
Oh, definitely.
For sure.
Yeah.
Average salary in South Florida is $45,000.
Yeah.
So that's.
And we know how. Do you know how hard it is to even live on $45,000?
Oh, it's very hard.
In South Florida?
Oh, it's very hard. You need a roommate.
Facts. Okay.
You need a roommate. Trust me. That ain't number what $900 a week, or $1,800 every 2 weeks. That's terrible. So shout out to all of us who make magic out of anything less than $45,000 a year. I have been there even with a master's degree. I have been there. The hustle is real. People, why you work so hard because of that? I like a certain way of lifestyle. I want to make sure that my baby's lights are on, that they got food in their mouth, they got clothes on their back and shoes on their feet. Okay, I do not live above my means. Y'all out here riding these cars you can't afford. Y'all talk about me. Listen. My lights on. Exactly. My baby's fed. Right. They go to private school. Mm-hmm. We good. I'm gonna get that good car with these real estate. You know, I'm gonna get it eventually. But sacrifice. So with that, you know, a lot of teachers all over the state were there, you know, demanding that they fund our future. Taz Angel said, no, his plan is for beginning new teachers, nothing for veterans. Okay, so thank you. So teachers, yeah, I didn't put this on my social media, but on my personal platform, I posted the other stories, and I'm going to get into it, where a lot of educators sounded off. That post today went viral. Which I'm going to get into that next story. So thank you, Taz. So basically, veteran teachers are like, look, we need to run us some coin, you know, because there's no growth. They're like at a ceiling as far as their rate, and they have all these expectations, and they're not financially being paid for what they do, and the expectations the educators have for test, and more tests for our kids. That's sad. Bless y'all educators, because I got out of education real fast, and I went the psychology route. I'm glad I did that. Speaking of that, and I particularly highlighted that you are alumni from Miami Central High School. Rock Boys in the building.
Oh my gosh.
6 state champions and 6 state champs in 10 years.
You mean in the 90s?
Of course not. We went 3 back to back, one again, and just double back to back. So. We just won this year, so shout out to Rock Boys. You know, I'm a proud alumni. Very proud alumni. So, Rock Boys in the building. Okay, excuse my ignorance. I've been so out of the high school football. Oh, no, I used to be heavy. I'll remind you. I used to be heavy. I used to be heavy in it, but sis got real things out here in this public voice out in the street. I've been doing everything else but sitting at a high school football game. Sis ain't got that time like that. Speaking of that, and educators, and growing up in South Florida. So I graduated from alternative school. Read my book, you'll understand why. I went to the West. And when I come out again?
It come out March 14th.
March 14th, so make sure y'all
ended up graduating from alternative school. You're going to hear the journey. It gets good, okay? Life in Miami and South Florida. I remember just, being in high school in the 90s. First graduating class of 2000. And I'm telling my age. I remember... when we used to cut up, well, I wasn't cutting up like that in school, but when my colleagues, classmates used to cut up in school, like, we knew not to, disrespect the teacher, for real. Like, you may come out the mouth and say a little something, but you're not putting your hands on the teacher. I don't ever, and I'm talking about even the alternative education with the goons. Right. they didn't touch the
I
teachers.
think the teachers was going for real, for real.
Yeah, that too. I don't know. You
teachers
gonna
was
catch
going-
these hands
right,
today,
you
you
gonna
know.
catch these hands.
Oh man! So eventually, what happened was a young lady at Miami Central caught some good hands the other day. She was a 10th grader sophomore who violently and aggressively attacked a veteran. She's actually a veteran teacher, but she's a substitute teacher now. And when I saw the video, I saw the video. The way this young lady attacked this woman, I'm going to say this. Yeah, I do not condone violence. I usually don't share fight videos, but I had to share this because parents need to have a conversation of what's going on at home. Mm-hmm. And the school needs to basically be able to protect their teachers. Not only the students, too. Like, there has to be some laws. There has to be some ungray areas or maybe some gray areas to show some flexibility when you are standing your ground and you're working and you are attacked. I don't think it's fair for somebody to lose their job and their livelihood because a child attacked them. Correct. Or somebody's attacked them. That ain't fair. Because if somebody put their hands on me, I'm going to do what that teacher did.
Regardless.
And I'm going to say she was very professional. Let me say this. She was very professional. I could tell she's done some parring. She looked like she made worked at a correction facility or something because she dismantled her. She stopped her from attacking her, and she got her in a grip to get her like you gonna stop, like I'm showing you I'm stronger than you. But sis was giving a hand, like, listen, if she was soft, the student would have I don't want to say my Miami word, I'm saying student would have murdered the teacher. I'm sure that girl got some hands, like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, right. I can't put it no other way than I'm sitting like boom boom boom. I was like,
wow.
Oh, I know. Like, and then find out the educator is 60 years old. That also, she was 60 years old. She looked good. Mama gave her them hand. Mama gave her that work. Right. And she properly and professionally restrained this aggressive girl. And I say kudos to the educator. But the sad part about it is you go to work to educate. Mm-hmm. And now you got to go to work. You got to fight for your livelihood, and you got to fight for your livelihood as far as your job.
Because this kid want to act out and be bad.
Be bad. Yeah. And then, so once I dropped that post, you know me, people going to give me the tea, phone calls, getting inside information, which I won't say too much, but the story, it makes the stories even sadder by knowing the true variables that go on. The young lady has issues. And now, we always say people, when they get in trouble, they want to say mental health issues. But listen, guys, we cannot diminish when somebody has a documented mental health issue and is not being addressed. And it's not fair that most of our kids with special needs are immersed in larger populations, and they're not getting the attention that they need in more of a controlled environment that's really going to help them be effective in adjusting socially, right, as well as academically in the classroom. And so when you have teachers who are underpaid, have more students to maintain, a lot of these new teachers are not skilled to have that classroom management like that veteran teacher did. Exactly. And was able to control that situation. And I agree with you, Taz Angel. Y'all need to pay these educators their money and take care of their veteran teachers, because it's getting to the point where public schools may be obsolete because people don't want to send their kids to public school. People are homeschooling. So, and going to charter schools and going to public schools. What do you say?
I'm thinking about homeschooling the way this world going.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So, when you attended Miami Central, did you ever see any behavior like that with kids, like
attacking the teachers?
Attacking the teachers?
Nah, man, we was too cool for that. You know, I think, around my time and me growing up, I graduated high school in 2005. Shout out to class 05.
Oh, you were a baby. That's my graduated from college in 05.
I've never seen anybody attack a teacher like, how that little girl did. That just wasn't what we wanted to do. Like, we just wasn't into that. And I think that the teachers demanded or got more respect, from us back in the day too. Like, the teachers were goons back in the day. And I think we just knew better. We did everything under the sun, but I just don't remember nobody attacking and beating up a teacher or trying to do any of that. Like, we had way more respect. If we wanted to fight somebody, we're gonna fight the kids. Or,
right.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go do something outside. But with the teachers, nah. I ain't never seen nothing like that.
Right. What's in the vaccine?
Oh yeah, the vaccines. That's a whole. Y'all, we gonna get into these vaccines on another time. I'm definitely looking for some experts. So those of you all who have a lot of experience dealing with the CDC, have some valid information on immunizations. I know quite a few parents whose kids who are been documented and verified that their kids have autism due to vaccinations during this series of vaccination shots. So
yeah, I don't believe in none of that.
Yeah, man,
I don't believe in none of that. You ain't giving me no shot telling me it's going supposed to not get sick or flu shot. Nah, I don't do none of that.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Yeah, like my son, has his. I'm really having a brain fart. Well, he's exempt. Thank you. That's what it is. From that as well. So it is primarily affecting our black boys. So there is, people say conspiracy theories, but there is a lot of stuff that's going on in the medical world, which why a lot of people of color have a healthy distrust because of historical experiments. Tuskegee Airmen, Sarah, the sterilization of black women's wombs. So it's a whole bunch of different things that go on that we could talk upon, which we will be highlighting throughout Late Night with Davi throughout the year. Some topics that we have going on. It gets real out here.
I know they do. It's deeper than you think.
It's deeper than rap. It's deeper than rap, like they say.
It's a lot. It's a lot to process around here.
Yeah. So this school system, like speaking of that, I was hosting with the school 99 Jam School Takeover. Shout out to South Promo. We had a blast at a school in Lauderhill, and I was finding out that they have, now this is another thing, they have 6 classes specifically for students who are on the high and low spectrum of autism and some with special cases of autism. And majority of the conversations of the educators I spoke with, they linked it to vaccinations. And when we was in school, it was the same dynamic. They would go to Merrick, Merrick Park down in the Gables, the different schools, because it wasn't that many students that have autism. So now it's like
autism was until I got a little older. Like what?
See. So we're going to be bringing some more autism awareness. So those of you all who've been hitting in the inbox that want to get on the show, if there's anything that you want to definitely bring to the public voice, you want to bring it to the world, definitely let me know. We are going to be getting into that, looking for other experts and other people in their fields to come on Late Night with Davi. Let's get into the conversation. Let's educate people. Make sure we get in this word out here so that way you can't say you don't know. Okay? All right. So we're going to move on to the next trending topic. Actually, before I go to the last one, so I posted earlier today, so if you haven't catched it, you can go to Late Night with Davi. I don't know if this is satire or if this is actually real, because I looked it up and I did see some different stories and some highlights on Google. So Lil Boosie, right? We don't get on Lil Boosie today. Lil Boosie.
Oh, I think I heard about
Lil Boosie from the boot. I believe from Baton Rouge. He started trending, Lord, on Sigma's Founders Day wearing a Kappa shirt at the NBA game. And Black Twitter ate him. Yeah. Men and women alike in Greek organizations was getting them. I brought my sweater with me today. It's a little warm and cold in the building. But y'all, don't be out here wearing people's organization, their letters, like perping and perpetrating.
Yeah, don't do that.
That is very disrespectful. We understand that you want to give homage to being in a fraternity or sorority. I waited a good old 17 years before I became a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha. I went through my process undergrad. We didn't make it through, but I came through on a graduate level, and I never, and when I say I never, put on any color. Well, I'm more color. The pink is my favorite color. But I never put on any letters. I'll be lying. I never put on any letters or even presented myself to be a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha. It was always in me, but I never did that. So it's very disrespectful. Even though his brother is a Kappa, I don't know what made him put the shirt on, but like he said, y'all wipe it down, y'all shimmy, and then wipe it down. And what I liked about the whole thing, the part that I shared about him with the Kappa thing was the news teaching him how to shimmy and throwing up the mirror and teaching him how to shimmy. So they made light of it, right?
Right.
So Lil Boosie was getting just drugged, right, on Twitter. And he was coming for him. He was like, y'all need to show me. Boosie was unbothered. He didn't care. And then he apologized. He didn't want to disrespect the news, right?
He didn't apologize, yes.
But then he trending again, y'all. I posted on Late Night with Davi him having an alleged confrontation with George Zimmerman. And it got ugly. He called him the colorful word that they call people of the darker hue. And he said, you are that ninja who killed Trayvon Martin. And then it was a 2-piece in the biscuit, boop, boop. And it said that he knocked him out unconscious and that Lil Boosie was arrested and booked for splitting George Zimmerman.
Wow.
In a Walmart in Miami. So I said something about this Miami heat. Y'all know when it get hot in Miami, people just go and ride whether it's from road rage, whether it's from random fightings. So apparently Lil Boosie split George Zimmerman. Yep, he split George Zimmerman, y'all. So a lot of people like, that's my dude. A lot of like that particular post was going
Shout out to
crazy.
Boosie.
Yeah, so Boosie out here is unbothered. A lot of people are saying they forgiven him for the Kappa shirt. He's been forgiven. You are not canceled because of you rocking the Kappa shirt at the NBA. But on a different note, he said something like, there's no reason why this man should be walking the streets after Trayvon Martin's life has been slain. And so I give my love forever to Sabrina Fulton, to Tracy Martin, to their family, for the Trayvon Martin Foundation that's really just shed light and really add credence to the Black Lives Matter movement, which we know that's particularly about talking out against violence against law enforcement, black lives being slain at the hands of law enforcement. But to me, Black Lives Matter is bigger than that. There needs to be a continued uproar when it's black on black crime. To me, that's what Black Lives Matter, period. It doesn't matter, our lives matter, period. So I want to say that Lil Boosie, you were the trending topic. Hold on, I have Edward Taylor Jr., who was also a previous co-host before my brothers. He said, hold up 1 second and bask in the glory that J15 love. You are my sister queen. Thank you to those men of Phi Alpha fraternity coming on here showing his sorority sister some love. Thank you for the first family for coming on in. It's officially J15. Shout out to my lovely sorority sisters of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. We're going to keep this Black Queen magic as we spread excellence through our philanthropic efforts and how we cultivate the lives of collegiate age women and women in general and girls. So it's truly an honor to serve my greater community through a sorority. Taz Angel, she's on Facebook. She says, he did something people wanted to do. I know, but I can't say this. So I'm glad you said that people wanted to put their hands on George Zimmerman. A lot of people wanted to put justice in their own hands and give him that handwork and some other kind of work.
Some handwork.
Yeah, because he said he knocked him out. He hit him 2 pieces of the biscuit. Oh, and then he also said that Boosie had, I guess, George Zimmerman hit a punch or two. So I think he had a busted lip or something. Like, did you even pinch him? I'm sorry. Y'all, that's the other side of Davi. Y'all don't know. So what else was trending? You want something to say, boss?
Kelly Adams and Lehigh.
You're right. So I'll get into that. So speaking on law enforcement, y'all know George Zimmerman was the flashlight community neighborhood watch cop. So you need to know your position, know your role. There are people who are certified who go into the police academy in order to properly police these streets. So moving on, I also shared tonight, you can check all this that I'm talking about. You can see this on Late Night with Davi. There's a young lady that was falsely arrested due to a case of mistaken identity in Fort Myers, Florida, which is Lee County, by the Lee County Sheriff's Department, to where you see there is a live camera that shows where this woman was violently snatched out of her car. They did not read her Miranda rights. She was asking them simply, why am I being pulled out of my car? What's going on? She was pulled out of her car, snatched her by her hair. Now this queen, like, I'm tall, she Amazon like me, right? She gets out the car. The female cop immediately grabs her by her wheat. Y'all black women, we know it's about our hair. She grabbed the bundles, grabbed it, snatched her by the bundles, smushed her on the car, and they 3 cops. She's not resisting arrest at all. She's not resisting arrest. They slammed it and was aggressive to her, and the people are yelling, "That's not her! That's not her!" So allegedly, it was a hit-and-run accident.
They're telling them it's a white man.
Yeah, so they're telling the police officers that it was a white man who did the hit-and-run and tried to flee the scene. But because she had, I guess, a white car, they pulled her out of her white car, and they were very aggressive and violent and physical with this woman. And then the sad part about it, when the story reached out to my team, is that this sister who was mistaken for a white man for a hit-and-run incident was a licensed nurse, okay? She lost her job. She just bought a home. Her kids and her livelihood is affected, and they know she did not commit the crime. How is that so that this woman lost her job because of the arrest? And it was a false arrest. They didn't serve her Miranda rights. And she's seeking out for justice, and she's running through brick walls there because of the Lee County Sheriff's Office. And so she's seeking justice. Her video is going viral. Facebook keep taking it down because of it's shedding light to police brutality, to abuse of power. It's just showing that there's corruption in a lot of different municipals. That's not always the case, because I want to say this publicly. I am pro-blue. I have family members who are law enforcement officers. I have healthy relationships. I know police officers who effectively police our own community. So I want to say that I am not anti-blue. But however, you got to call out the bad cops. You got to call them out, and you got to make them come to a higher standard, because you can't be above the law. You're supposed to be enforcing the law, period.
And they talking about removing her license.
Yeah, and they're talking about revoking her license. So she went to nursing school. Do y'all know how hard it is to fight to go through nursing school for them to take it, and you are innocent? We need justice. So those of you who are in the Lee County area who are or elected officials, get on your drill. I'm calling out a few folks that I know there to see what could be done to help this sister seek justice and get her life back, to restore her back. She was an innocent woman. Get in her car, leave. Oh, she was getting, y'all, I went and got my nails and feet done today. She just left the nail place. And the nail tech had told her to come back to about 30 minutes so that way he can service her. So all she did was get in her car to pull out of the shopping center, and that's what happened to her.
That's crazy.
So life can happen.
Take more than us to voice that. One of these cops got to come out and say, they got to start doing that. These cops got to start holding each other, other cops.
Exactly.
Like, what are you doing? Stop.
They're not going to do
They're
that.
not. But it's like a loyalty. It's like a bond. It's like an oath that they have to each other. But again,
what happened to Raymond Hicks?
Oh, Raymond Hicks. That's all. We need to bring. Is Raymond still telling his story? Mm-hmm. Man, we have a lot of colorful stories, even inside. Even sometimes, man. We're going to bring Raymond Hicks on Late Night with Davi. So y'all can see there's two sides of the stories. What happens is when you are a police officer, when you become on the other side of the law, and what happens. So it gets real. It gets real. So those who are in Lee County, those of you all who've seen the video, keep sharing it. This queen's trying to get help. She can't afford, that's what it is. She can't afford the legal fees. She lost her job. She lost her job. She may lose her house. She just got a new house. Ain't even been in her new home a year, y'all. So let's send prayers. Let's send resources. They have a GoFundMe, right? Mm-hmm. They have a GoFundMe account. I'm going to get more information and post that. If y'all got, look, every $1, $5, $10, Dub or Franklin will help, okay? She needs legal representation. She's identified a lawyer but cannot afford the cost because she's out of work. And y'all know what happened when you miss one check. Many of people are a check away from poverty. So I wanted to say that. I know that was heavy.
Yeah,
Let me take a... I had to take a breather since I ain't got my music dropped tonight. So in other Miami news, and I'm being very intentional how I highlight this other Miami news. A local Miami legend by the name, y'all know him as Trick Daddy Dollars, also known as... what's Maurice, and what's his last name? Maurice Samuel Young. We know Trick Daddy. The news hit town that he was arrested on a DUI and a cocaine possession charge. It said it was what happened on Saturday, January 11th, that he was coming from a club in Miami Gardens area of 183rd Street, riding in his Range Rover when somebody called and said that there was a Range Rover, dark color Range Rover, hitting signs and running through red lights. People were concerned. It was at 3 a.m., after 3 a.m. in the morning, when Trick Daddy was pulled over by the police. He appeared to be sleeping. He was out of it. They said that he knocked on the window. He identified himself, and they said that when he was arresting him, that they found cocaine in a wrapped up dollar bill when he was putting his items in the bag when he was taking him, because he was arrested. He agreed to sobriety test, and of course he failed sobriety test. He was booked into TGK at 7:30 that morning. His bond was set at $5,000 on the cocaine possession charge and $1,000 on driving under the affluence charge. So in the story, I just gave you the snippet of it. What I thought was very interesting, how media paints these stories, right? So they paint a story, and they're showing the repetitive charges, repetitive arrests for the same thing, and what they omitted, like, it's known. You know, those who are in Miami-Dade, we know about I see triggered from Edward Taylor Jr. What triggered you, Edward? I definitely want to know what triggered you. Maybe was it the Range Rover? Was that what it was? Okay, I'm sorry, being petty, I know. People understand that when Trick Daddy has talked about why he's done the type of drugs he's done, especially when it comes to the marijuana,
Mm-hmm.
It is known he has lupus. He has an autoimmune disease, which affects him, your skin. He's been very sick a few times. That's why the weight gain, because he's on steroids.
Yeah.
You see his face. So his appearance has shifted because autoimmune disease and treatment it disfigures you. And so he was trending for that, but a lot of people was going in on Trick Daddy. What I didn't like about how Miami, because Miami, we usually go hard for our artists, you know, we support. They didn't support his new business Sunday that much. I mean, it was always packed, but I'm talking about sharing when he opened his business.
Right.
Sharing that when the new Trick and Trina show was airing on 99 Jams. Sharing this man's upward ascend. Because we ain't heard nothing from Trick and Trina, right? We ain't hear nothing about Trick. And instead of celebrating him when he was going up, you know, other than we come out to Sundays, like they dish ragged him all over, talking about his picture, picking at his hairline and picking at him and throwing shots at him. And I wanted to say, like, y'all, we gotta it's the saying, you can't kick a wounded dog. Like, we need to know how to lift each other up. Now, I'm not saying condoning. Hear what I'm saying? I'm not saying condoning what he did. We understand why he does it. He needs help. They need to find better ways to treat persons with terminal illnesses, period. And it's sad that knowing what caring for a family member with terminal illness, with autoimmune disease, you do not get adequate health care and they are in pain. I'm not condoning him self-medicating with cocaine and marijuana, but that's how he copes with his pain.
Yeah.
Alcohol.
And alcohol, all of that.
Because he was hitting stop signs and running corners, so he could have done.
He could have.
Damage to somebody.
He damaged him and damaged himself. So again, that's why I said let's look at the help instead of tearing him down. That's why he's in custody. Find ways to help him, because like I said, he was on an ascend. And I want to say this. Oftentimes people don't understand when you got people eyes on you, when you're in the limelight, that negative energy, people got the evil eye, that spirit of jealousy. You got to stay prayed up. I'm just keeping it 100. Because as you climb, everybody don't want to see you climb. And I'm telling you, as soon as this happened, people was already just trying to, they're going to, people was speaking negative. I don't even want to put that in the universe from my end. People was speaking the demise on Trick Daddy. But I want to let you know, you got folks out here praying for you to get help, for intervention to come for you, and for you to continue to go back on that sin. So we don't know what the fate is, a Trick, or what he got going on, but his business Sundays was booming because it was packed. But then all of a sudden it fell off, and it's been packed like grand opening all over again. So I guess folks who are supporting Trick Daddy are out there and going to Sundays getting them good old fried ribs.
Shout out to Sunday. Shout out to Trick.
Yeah.
Shout out to Miami 305.
305. All right. Let's see what else. Not throwing shots, but because we were talking about highlighting the drug use and people using it for medicinal purposes to self-medicate. I hate to inform you, Floridians, make it legal. Florida drops bid to recreational pot use on the 2020 ballot. It appears that we won't get a vote on the recreational marijuana in Florida until at least 2020. Make It Legal Florida, the group leading the way to get a constitutional amendment in November, made the announcement this past Monday. Nick Hansen, the chairman of Make It Legal Florida, released this following statement. With the support of 67% of Florida voters, Make It Legal Florida is proud to have gathered more than 700,000 signed petitions in the effort to bring adult use cannabis to the Sunshine State. The narrow time frame to submit and verify those signatures has prompted our committee to shift focus to now gain ballot access in 2022. They're looking forward to the Supreme Court review their efforts for leaders to ensure that the supermajority of Floridian voices are heard. Again, I don't smoke. That ain't my thing. But I do know of people with cancer, with autoimmune diseases, who use the cannabis oils for medicinal purposes, and people have been healed with terminal cancers due to how they have been treated with cannabis oil.
Yeah, smoking is not my thing. I haven't tried those, but I heard they're pretty good. And if they self-medicate that way, and that's what they do to ease their pain, I'm all for it.
All right, so for all you those who are out there just smoking to be smoking, like they said in the 90s and the 80s, don't do drugs. War crime on drugs. That's a whole other conversation. Lord Ronald Reagan, y'all. We can get it in on that. I guess the last thing, you guys know the month of January is Human Trafficking and Sex Trafficking Awareness Month. Did you know that?
I did know that.
You did?
I did.
Okay, because you be out there in the streets. Did you know that, sis? You did?
Yes, I'm a big person on that too. Like,
And you're a big person?
I don't even know that.
Yes, so January, I believe it was Women United just had a conference last week. I've been out in Overtown and I ran into them in a meeting down at the little greenhouse. And so I got them before the actual, they're coming together to prepare for the Super Bowl.
Okay.
So y'all know that during Super Bowls when most girls are sex trafficked, human sex trafficked during the Super Bowl. So there's going to be pink boots on the ground as women joining forces to make sure that we keep our girls and women and even our boys and men safe.
Yeah.
Because it is real. It is a multi-billion-dollar, maybe close to $1 trillion industry.
That's crazy to know that. It's a multi-billion.
Billion.
That's crazy.
Billion.
I think
Beyond.
politics are heavy in it.
Yeah, because they're holding the politics. They said from judges. Remember, a couple of months ago, maybe a couple weeks ago, when I talked about was it in Canada when it was like 485 people were arrested from judges, lawyers, doctors, teachers, clergy persons in the ring for human and sex trafficking of kids. Yeah, 400, almost 500 people arrested. Yeah, disrespectful. And you do know that airports is a hub. So Atlanta Airport, International Airport is one of the biggest hubs. I think it's number one. Then comes Miami International Airport. The state of Florida itself, even like people don't know, like Port St. Lucie is a hub for human and sex
These are
trafficking.
where they're transferring these girls.
Yeah, in and out, just in and out. And it's not even they not even just doing it like out of the country, but domestically they're switching them around the United States at high alarming numbers. So people think that you just only getting internationally traded, but no, they're trading here underground under the states. Yes, ma'am. Yes, boss lady.
And you know what they're doing now?
What?
They're putting them on Indian garments. So they're covering the girl's face
And
with the bottom
hijabs.
part, and you're thinking that they're Indian. So
Hijabs.
Yeah. So you don't know that that's them.
And
being
burqas.
trafficked.
So what she said is
You
that
can't really
they're
question them and tell them to take it. Yeah.
that they have them which is very custom in Islamic faith tradition, when women are covered because in respect of being modest, you're supposed to cover your hair, your face, and parts of them to cover them like half full. So it make them appear as if they are Islamic in the sense of women in hijabs and burqas. So wow, thank you for that. I wasn't aware of that's what they're doing. Speaking of that, I was at the beauty supply store in Miami Gardens off 27th Avenue, and y'all been showing these white vans with all the locks. Y'all, I had a whole full-fledged moment, ready to put my paws. I thought somebody was trying to snatch me when they parked next to my car. I wasn't ready, and it came out it was a female with her son, and I lost it. I was like, sis, is you the trafficker? I went off on her. Y'all, listen, if I'd have had a camera, y'all would have been like, Davika, you are retarded. Because listen, I went off on her lady. Little boy, I said, you right here with all them locks. What you need there with them tents? You can't even see. Y'all had a whole moment. And people was looking at me.
Could have been a trafficker. She just said
She could, because women do that and they use kids and stuff to how you learn. And she just looked at me like I was crazy. I'm like, no, sis, you a part of them. You ain't gonna get me. You gonna catch all this. These hands, these feet, you finna look. You ain't what?
Screaming.
Listen, screaming. You catch me on the right day, you might catch that heat straight up. I am licensed to carry. How about that? So speaking of that, that part, we go to the range on that. Listen, pretty girls that rock Glocks, how you're doing? Okay, I'm so serious. Okay.
She's dangerous, y'all. She's dangerous.
Oh, I'm dangerous. Never trust a pretty face and a smile. That girl is dangerous. There was a reported teen missing in Florida that she got past airport security. And I specifically said that about the airports is a hub. So essentially this happened in Orlando, Florida. Orlando, Tampa. Oh, Tampa is another area. In Orlando that is kicking up the numbers on a lot of missing kids and runaways. And the foster care system is also a pipeline for human and sex trafficking. A lot of people may not know that. A 15-year-old girl was reported missing, told the police she used a drink coupon to get past the security checkpoint at the Florida airport. Right. The police statement conflicts with the statement from the TSA. Sound like somebody at the airport. Ooh, sound like somebody at the airport doing something. Which says she presented a valid boarding pass. Orlando television station WESH reported on Monday that Central Florida teen who has autism went missing last week. The report said the teen told detectives she took a bus from the northwest suburb from Apopka last Friday to Orlando International Airport, where she found a drink coupon on the floor and used it to get through the TSA pre-check security checkpoint. The transportation TSA, however, said in a statement that the teen had a valid boarding pass. I mean, right. Under the age of 18, passengers are not required to present an ID. She was screened and therefore presented no threat to the aviation system, said TSA. The girl was later found near a Southwest Airlines gate, and she was then reunited with her family. Wow. It gets real.
You can do all of that and just get through TSA that easy.
Listen, I couldn't even get like a little pair of scissors. I couldn't get my doggone $100+ bottom of Flower Bomb today, so I'm still in my feelings about that. Brand new bottom of Flower Bomb before I knew about all these ounces and stuff. Couldn't get in.
Yeah.
I couldn't bring in my good stuff, but
And
this baby, she had a drink coupon and got through TSA. Every time I fly, y'all, I'm telling you, every time I fly, I get patted down. I get patted down every time I fly.
She's 15.
But she 15 years old.
What would even give her the mind to say, I'm going to use this drink coupon and get
It's
through?
something deeper than that, and then it was very.
Yeah.
They were very intentional. The verbiage, I seen that.
Yeah.
The conflicting information, how you get from a drinking pass to a valid boarding pass, and then it says she has autism. So it's this, y'all. We have to really keep our eyes open. We really need to pay attention. People just thinking that people are being erratic when a lot of people are having conversations about human and sex trafficking. It is real, okay? And you know what else is real and linked with it? Organ. The people that are stealing organs. So we're going to be getting into that. Shout out this Saturday. Actually, I'm going to be going to a human sex trafficking panel going to be held in the Miami Gardens area. I just got hold of this information early in the week. I was so studying for the real estate exam. I really was focusing on that, but I will be there Saturday afternoon. Local churches are getting more involved, getting information. I want to shout out, we had Mr. Jackson on the show before talking about human sex trafficking. Tanya Andre's on that panel. Delpha Samuels is going to be on there, and there's another person on there. I'm having a brain fart right now, but the church is getting involved because a lot of this stuff, the silence in the black church, the church has always been the prophetic voice. We have to talk about what's going on in our communities. We can't be silent. We can't just say, come bring them tithes. Bring all your tithes and offerings in the storehouse, and we're not addressing the human needs of what's going on in our communities.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying?
They gonna get you.
They can get me because I'm that elder. How about that? How about that? I walk like Jesus walked and talk like he talked. Hung with the folks. You feel what I'm saying? So to be a public voice, I am never scared to speak to the powers that be. People need real leaders who's going to be advocates for them, who are not just talking about it, who's going to walk it out and be with them out here in these trenches. So that's what your girl is about. I'm pretty, but I go hard in the paint for people, for human advocacy. It don't matter if you're white, purple, blue, orange, purple, or black. If you got a human issue, I am there, and we're going to shed light on human issues. So that's what we had was trending. I think I'm missing something else. Zoe's Winter Summer Groove is going to be popping this weekend. Be sure to support that. They got a 5K walk going on with that. Shout out to Zoe's Winter Groove. What else is going on this weekend? MLK weekend. Y'all be sure to go support all the MLK parades going from Miami-Dade to Broward. Also, there is a interfaith Martin Luther King observation at I should have brought it with me. It might be in my purse, but it's on the other side. At a local synagogue in the Sky Lake area, Aventura area, where I know my church, New Birth, is partnering with Rabbi Elowick, and they're honoring Dr. Martin Luther King in a Sabbath, a Friday worship experience. I can't be there because I'm going to be at the Battle of the Bands. So I'm so sad I can't go to that interfaith. It's going to be a beautiful experience. And what I found out, y'all, that the rise of the anti-Semitic movement in America, most of the people who are creating these violent crimes has jumped to over 90% of new cases of hate crimes against the Jewish communities by black people. Yeah, interesting. I found that out on Sunday. So, guys, we have to understand that oppressed people, we, the oppressed, cannot try to be the oppressor, nor can we extend hate outward to other communities. And so this is a beautiful peace offering as they honor a giant in American history, a black man who dared to change the world by sharing he had a dream, by encouraging clergy and church members and black folks all over the country to stand up for civil rights, to make a voice, and to use civil disobedience as a way to make a statement, which caused ripples of change in American history. We are 60 plus years out of the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King, yet we are still in the same space. I got chills over my body that we have yet but moved, but so much. We have so much work to do that when you have a princess over even in London had to leave the palace because of racism and hate towards black bodies and black agencies, that the prince had to step away from his family to make a statement that I'm gonna go hard in the paint for my wife and my son. So indeed, race matters is still affecting the globe. It is not just a U.S. thing. It is a human condition that is sin sick, and so we have to address these issues, and we want to honor the life of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and be sure that we honor his legacy and all the work that people who have died 400 years ago, even until yesterday. We have to make sure that their blood doesn't cry out in the spirit realm. So I want to say that. So Edward Taylor Jr. has said an important message: keep lending a voice and signal boost for the silence. Thank you. I appreciate that. Guys, it's been real because we're going to get into these pastelitos. It's kind of late, so I'm going to nibble on this good old sandwich.
Oh, yeah, we're going to pull up, too.
He leans, so he got a little room for him to eat some of this cake. So, again, I want to shout out to Ty Live Entertainment, Christina Neptune, Makeup Artistry. Again, my fly drip co-host for the night, Mr. Dennis Brown II.
We in the building tonight. It was a great night tonight. Now we about to pop bottles and enjoy this celebration again. Shout out to Davi for passing that test, the real estate test, right? The real estate exam. So can't forget about that. Congrats, that's big, that's huge.
Thank you.
And leveled up, next levels, new levels.
New levels. Why don't you go ahead and level up and tell the folks again how they can stay connected to Dennis Brown II, Mr. Six Rings.
Yeah, y'all make sure y'all go check in with Dennis Brown II. That's my Instagram, Dennis Brown II, my Facebook, Dennis Brown II. My Twitter, so make sure y'all check me out. 2020 is a great year. Trust me.
Yes. 2020's already started out crazy. Don't forget, the first 2 people who slide into that inbox or slide into the DM, you will definitely get a ticket for you and a guest to attend the high school and HBCU Battle of the Bands at the Miramar Cultural Arts Center this Friday. I will be in the biddy, so having a good time celebrating, having a family affair. Again, stay tuned. Your girl is going to be taking over. All right, and I'm going to have some first-time homeowner stuff. Your girl got 9 years of property management experience, so I'm taking what I've done for luxury high-rises and getting folks to all these swanky pads into becoming homeowners. And those who ain't ready to buy a home, I will get you that nice swanky rental until you want to stack your money and become a homeowner. So I'm excited for what's to come.
Exactly.
2020, the book about to drop, and we about to have a good time. So again, My Voice is Power.
Vision board.
Vision. You see, boss telling me we having more vision board parties.
Yes.
My Voice is Power.
5K walk is
coming.
In
June. Okay.
Yes.
Y'all see? I'm catching up because I've been studying. So
Going to Detroit.
Oh yes. So I'm gonna be going to Detroit 2 weeks. Tickets already booked. The girl been booked. So I'll be on the Young Preachers Movement as an influencer there. So gonna be a live taping on the Word Network. So going good for that. I'm gonna be modeling in Fashion Week. And second week in February we're going to New York. All right. I got somebody that just inboxed. Okay, y'all, so I'm excited. So my first giveaway. Yep. So Nisha Mac Freeman is gonna be there. So since that was live on Late Night with Davi, see, I won't think because I know her, I'm doing favoritism. That inbox. So we got one more lucky winner. Whoever the next lucky winner, I'm also I see something on Instagram. Okay, I'm gonna bring you on for that. So I got somebody we're gonna have a hot top. You know what? I'm bringing my girl on for the month of February. It's gonna be all about sexiness and intimacy and sex and having healthy sexual compatibility with your partners. We're all about building intimacy. So if you don't like talking about sex, the month of February may not be the time you need to tune in with Late Night with Davi because we're going to get it in. And we're going to have healthy conversations about sex.
I love it.
Okay. Sex on my mind. Okay. So guys, I am gone. It's been Love and Light. Shout out again to Sharp Productions for all your videography, your videos, your commercials, photography, anything you need with a camera. My girl got you. All right, Sharp Productions, and you're going to see more bodies of work from the collaboration. And I'll be back next week, and you're going to find out who's going to be my next co-host for me next week. You good?
All right, I'm good.
You good? All hearts and minds clear? Lady Z, you good, boo? She good. She mad like the boy wasn't working right tonight. So, all right, y'all. Love y'all. Oh, Taz Angel said Shirley Temple is a drink. Yeah, he do be drinking Shirley Temple. He don't drink, y'all. He don't drink. All right, y'all. Bye.